Now today we're talking about the use of QR codes with Problematic. Now if you're not familiar with the term, QR codes, this is one right here, are often used on, if you look at the store and you start looking at products, you're going to see these everywhere. They're essentially barcodes in 3 dimensions. So barcodes can only encode numbers, and then those are corresponding to items in the cash register or whatever, so it knows what product you have. QR codes are most typically used in order to give you a web link. So you would use your phone, usually your phone, and you can have an app that will read a QR code. When you scan it, it's going to say, here's the website it's going to take you to. Do you want to go? And like I said, a lot of times you'll see them at the store. So you could go to a website about what Pace Picante sauce has in it and all the features of why you should buy it. With Problematic, of course, we're going to be using this to get the children to either an answer document or an online test that you've created in Problematic. They can take the test, and because they're doing this online, on their phone, etc., then it will automatically score and give you the results without you having to scan in or grade them automatically. It'll just show you everybody and how many of the questions they got right. Kind of like you might do with GradeCam, but cutting out the paper side of that, they simply type in their answers. So to do that, we're going to come over to Problematic. You will make your test in the same way that you normally would, select questions, what style, all that. It probably will need to be multiple choice with this QR code because it scores it automatically. You do start to run into potential problems if you don't have a multiple choice because of variation, somebody misspells something, the whole thing's wrong, and it's not really supposed to have been wrong. So you should use multiple choice. But beyond that, you can have whatever formatting options you want. You can do headers, font, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters, other than multiple choice, is show QR codes for scoring needs to be checked. If you don't, you won't get a QR code. Of course, that kind of defeats the whole purpose. And then the other thing that you're going to want to do if you're setting up QR codes is drop down to Score and Settings. Now in Settings, where it says on the start page, students should, this is happening when they go to their QR code link. What do they get? Do they get an answer sheet? This is like a Scantron. So you would need to, and I'll just kind of show you over here, I've got the PDF of my test. You would actually need to print this off, or you would need to use the PowerPoint function to present the questions to the students, and then all they would have is a Scantron on their phone. The other option you have is take an online test, which is what I'm going to leave this as, so when we go to it in a second, you'll see what this looks like. But it basically negates the need to print off those copies. On your phone, it'll show you the questions with the answers, and you just select the answer you like. Each question is its own page. Or you can also give your students a choice. That's probably not as commonly used, but it's an option you have. So save those. Of course, you would make your PDF, print it off, however you want to deliver this data. And then whenever you print this off, you'll get a QR code right here. On this front page of the PDF, this QR test. That's the name of the test. I'm working with QR codes, so I named it that. It could be Biology Chapter 1. It could be, Physics Level 2, Chapter 5. Whatever you want to name it. It doesn't matter. Right? You've got a QR code that you could either take a screenshot of to project. If you print this off, they could scan the QR code because obviously that's going to be printed. And then you're going to have this code here. If they don't have a QR code reader that will automatically take them to the page, then you would give them the website to go to, and they will need to enter this code so it links to your quiz. If they have the QR code, then that website, that address contains this code, so they don't need to enter it in themselves. But if they don't have a QR code reader, this is an option. And then you're going to come over to the QR code reader. Typically, this is going to be downloaded on the child's phone, so they'll be doing it from their phone. I found one that works on my computer because I'm using screen capture software, so I can just capture what the QR code reader is doing. You see everything together. So it's a camera, and you just put your QR code up here, and you can't see it pop up because I've already scanned this in the past, but down here at the bottom it has the link. And of course, if you look here, this UKCNNZ57, that's the code for this test. So it's, like I said, already embedded. If your child follows this link, then they're going to be getting to the quiz they need. Otherwise, they have to enter that themselves. So on your phone, it'll ask confirm and take you to that website. Once you've confirmed it, the student will need to put in their name. You probably want to have them do their full name because this is what you're going to see on your score side. So if they put in an alias or whatever, you won't know who that person was. So have them put in their full name. I'll just make one up here. They'll go to the next page. I have this set again to show me the questions and then the options. So then you're just going to come in, figure out which one it is, select it, go to the next one, right? And I'm just going to Christmas tree. And then it will submit, confirm, and it's good to go. Now, this is actually the start of another test. They're not linked together or anything. It just automatically asks. And at this point, this is the page you would actually bring kids to if they didn't have the ID, and then they would need to type in that UKCNNZ57, and that would start the test again. So it just kind of automatically queues up if there is another test they need to take. But anyway, once they've taken the test, then of course you could come back to problematic and look at your score. You can see it starts to kind of show you the distribution. You can break that apart by student. All the things you've been doing are now available. And then just an aside on this same page, if you need to get that QR code, you could also use this here. It's up here. You can just click to enlarge it. You could save it and paste it into PowerPoint or whatever. So that's how the QR codes work. It's essentially a shortcut to an answer document. And then with that answer document, because it's online, it will automatically collect, score, and give you the data instantaneously.